Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Patronkast Plays. I'm Razor, Shad and Smokeman are here, and this is Mortal Kombat X Story Mode. Shall we continue, gentlemen?
Sure. This is the one we like, after all.
Yeah.
I guess, sure.
Allegedly. Oh wow, we're all the way back here.
Oh no.
Let's do some skipping. So, there is something I wanted to mention that I forgot to talk about last episode. And it's during the Kotal Khan chapter. So he's cutting an arms deal with Kano, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we find out that Kano's been selling to both him and Melina for the past 20 years, right?
Presumably doing quite well for himself.
Yeah. Where are all the guns?
Here's another learning opportunity.
Well, that bothers me now.
He's been
They're in
selling
before.
guns since Shao Kahn, and nobody has guns except Aaron.
Yeah, he was selling those pistols.
Yeah, the fucking ammo for Aaron is apparently worth 5 million gold.
Total
Yeah,
Khan
dude.
gave them all to the Tarkatans, hoping that they'd all blow their own brains out. There you go.
Well, I didn't see any Tarkatans holding them, and there's a lot of Tarkatans in that riot in the streets.
Kano's been
Jesus.
Kano has
Stop
only
it.
been selling them fucking 1800s revolvers. Exclusively 1800s revolvers.
5 million in revolvers.
He has that many in surplus.
This is how you play Kung Jin. This is all you do. Jump kick, dive kick, and then the staff hit is automatic. Although
Oh, you got-
the dive kick won't pop anymore.
They gave you the shitty one. That's so mean.
Yeah, I've got the chakram variation.
That seems to be like a fucking thing with the story mode. They give you the lame variation.
So you don't
Most of
get the one that was a
time.
nightmare to people online, where you, like, have those stupid floaty jumps and that bow staff hit that just destroyed everything and opened up,
Yeah.
like, 40% damage combo.
Yeah, you don't get the fun one.
Hey, speaking of fun,
Well,
What about
50%.
fun?
I like these guys.
I like
hate these guys.
Oh, you're no fun. You're no fun at all.
I don't. I fucking
Wait.
hate Terra Strong.
How does he know they're a symbiote just by looking at him?
He read a book. He read the wiki.
He just said they're not in the books. That's what the line of dialogue meant.
The line of dialogue is wrong.
Alright, well... He's supposed to be a good archer, so I'm gonna actually try and hit these shots. Also, like,
I'm sure Takeda would have been fine.
if you miss on this one, Cassie gets stabbed in the shoulder and then the wound just disappears afterward.
Of
That's
course.
epic.
Also,
Oh my
I
god,
really...
you hit a child.
Yeah, I really wanted to do that.
He'll be fine.
That was my goal. Any
That's
damage... Any damage I can inflict on Tara Strong's child voice isn't enough.
In Kotal Khan, outworld trouble make you.
There we
There you go. Now you're getting
I
it.
think it would have been a lot better if these guys were like Netherrealm demons, like originally pitched.
They should have at least been sub-bosses. I don't know why the hell
Yeah,
they
like, based on-
like the
based on
original concept
Terra's-
art.
Based on Tor's body type, they should totally be a sub-boss. Because, like...
There's like 3 different versions of Ferritor, and they're all wildly fucking different in the concept art.
Oh yeah, the one that you're talking about where they were going to be Netherrealm demons, like, Farah doesn't have a lower body and is, like, on a chain or something, isn't
Yeah, and Tor would have like swung her around and shit, and like there was like a character description where like her eyes are the design her eyes are like blinded. She got some shit over knee.
Yeah, it's all, like, S&M stuff.
Yeah. Over top the
a running
eyes.
theme in their designs.
And like Tor had like the big wide eyes, and the constant said like Farrah would like whisper into his ears and shit.
Mm. I would appreciate that more than, again, Tara Strong's child
That
voice
would've-
just screaming in my ear.
Yeah, it would have been a lot more.
I think I've heard it
creepy
so
and-
often, I'm just inured to it. It's everywhere.
It's not just the voice itself; it's also just the way she fucking talks.
We're here to see Kotal Khan.
Yeah, like the Hulk speak.
The penalty is death.
Well, who run Bartertown, bitch?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I
But,
get it. You can run Bartertown better.
yeah, I think someone.
The Reiko Accords.
I wonder what those are.
She's got like a Batman cape.
Tell us what the fuck shit you were thinking?
You know, I also really like Devora. I know everyone hates Devora now, but when she first started out, she was pretty cool.
Devora
I mean,
would be fine if they didn't keep handing her like kills against MK2 characters.
That's the thing of it, yeah?
So, I don't
You
know. If
murdered
we'll get
Melina, I laughed.
I don't know if
Murdered
we'll get
Scorpion,
a clear
I'm upset.
shot. I don't know if we'll get a clear shot of these paintings on the wall. But there's some ancestor of Kenshi who is wearing like a Star Trek uniform. So I don't know what time period she's supposed to be from.
So it all runs in the family, is what you're saying.
Dude,
If
the
all was
mo-
dressed like that.
Yeah.
The
also,
models for Lu and
also,
Kung Lao
like-
there are awful.
not great, but apparently going blind is genetic in the Takahashi family because she's also got a blindfold. There's actually, if you look close, there's a sort of running joke in this game of opponents going for the eyes when they're fighting Takeda. And he just never loses them. Like, there's a quick time event in the future where Reptile's fighting Takeda, and if you fail them, you get clawed in the eyes.
Nevertheless, I would prefer you.
But he's just fine anyway.
You know, I think it's really weird that Raiden's normal, like, alternate costume in this game is just MK1. It sticks out like a sore thumb with the rest of the costumes.
It's a little too plain, I will agree. And the thing is, like I pointed it out
actually
when they were
don't
showing
mind at all.
the stone statues in the beginning. Raiden was wearing this instead of his MK9 outfit, or at least his statue was. So I think the implication, and this is true of like several uniforms or outfits in this game, is like they're retconning what they wore in 9. Because Raiden will be wearing this in a flashback with Liu Kang and Kung Lao that takes place during the MK2 part.
I think that's just asset reuse.
No,
A
it's
way of things.
because the other thing is a lot of the alt skins in this game are remakes of MK9 outfits, but with details changed, like katanas.
Yeah, like it's like definitionally not asset reuse.
Yeah, they changed the outfits, but they called them the quote-unquote tournament skins. Like, all of those alts have the name tournament. So the implication is that this is what they were wearing in MK9, except that we just played MK9, and it's definitely not what they had on.
A few of them actually have 9-esque outfits in this game, if I'm remembering right. Don't they? It's like...
Those are the ones we're talking about.
So, I don't know about retconning them, but maybe redesigning them is a better word to use for it.
Well,
I
you
think
can
the only
use
one
the
that's
word choice you
verbatim-
want, but it's definitely a retcon when you change facts from the past.
I think the only
I've-
one that's like the same exact as Scorpion's.
Listen, man, my standards
Liu
for
Kang's
continuity-
is-
Liu Kang's
I-
is similar. I don't think it's the same.
It's not exact.
I just... A long time ago, I hit the point with the series where I stopped even looking at these little things as retcons. If I had to count the retcons using that kind of metric, everything's a retcon, everything! There's never been continuity, and I don't know why you still insist on looking for it, or picking it apart whenever it shows up, which is all the time. But enough
Because-
about that. This scene right here,
Make you amenable to reason.
I don't know why more people don't like Kung Jin. Because he gets more here than I swear the fucking rest of them do in this entire story.
Well, here's the thing. I like Kung Jin. I like this scene. I generally agree with what you're saying. But they push the, like, him being a little too Raph and, like, the one who always argues against Cassie's orders and gets them in trouble a little too much outside of his own chapter. And his primary costume is ugly as shit. And there's just no, like, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. When people think of Kung Jin, they think of that fucking headgear and ponytail, and it's never gonna fly.
I actually tend to think of this one because I like it so much better.
Yeah, this is a much better costume. It's a shame it's his ult, not his primary.
Of course, it looks better with a mask on, but you know.
Yeah.
Everything looks better with a mask on.
We don't.
Including your mama.
Gambit cowls are not
Got him.
the ideal fashion choice.
Certainly none who would disrupt the execution of justice. How do I know you are not allied with Melina? Perhaps her newfound power has earned her new friends.
Friends? No. No, we're not even sure that's Shinnok's amulet she has.
She employs Shinnok's amulet against me.
There was something else I wanted to talk about last time that we didn't get a chance to because we were talking about other stuff.
Okay.
And we'll see her again. Proto Tanya.
We were under
Because that shit was
attack, not
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, they never fixed that. They never fixed that.
fixed that at all.
Well, that would require, like, reanimating, because all of these cutscenes are pre-rendered. They'd have to, like, reanimate the whole cutscene and then patch that in.
At least put actual Tanya into the fight that you play.
I recall an Earthrealm expression.
That would be nice,
There is
but
more honor among thieves than
I guess they,
I've had the questionable fortune to be both, Emperor.
I don't know, they were lazy.
You are allied.
Speaking games of all.
You may carry out your sentence.
Kotal Khan, under Outworld law, I claim the right of defense by combat
We're
Whoa.
gonna fight a duel?
to absolve us of all accusations.
I'm reasonably certain that combat can be used to cover anything under Outworld law.
Yeah.
If you beat someone in a fight, you're not guilty.
Yeah.
It's how they barter at marketplaces.
You're also
$2.95. That's outrageous. I challenge you to barter by combat.
You have won nothing. Merely a few more seconds of breath.
Now, I know a lot of people really give Kotal shit because he loses this fight.
Yeah.
I really fucking hate that line of thinking.
I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but I can kind of understand. Like, Kung Jin is a new character, and Kung Lao is a loser, so the idea that his cousin is, like, not a loser is a little bit alien.
People lose fights all the time, and
No, but
it just...
he's
I mean,
the
it
Emperor
happens.
of Outworld. He's 7 feet
He's
tall.
not-
He's calling
he's also-
himself Khan. It's a matter of marketing. Like, if you call yourself Khan, people expect you to be as tough as Shao.
I mean, he's plainly not.
Yes,
We know
that's
that.
That is the problem, though. At least to
But
the people
at
who are
least-
bothered by this.
But at least stronger than Kung Jin.
I
And
would
stronger doesn't always win fights.
kind of like
True.
it.
I can't believe that worked several times in a row.
Yeah, this is the move right here. I don't need specials. This is it. That's just the B button. That's not even a direction. That's raw
It's
as.
just standing B.
I'm just
yeah.
hitting
Thought it
4
was
over
funny,
and over.
too.
Yeah.
But no, like if every character suddenly sucked because they lost a fight that the story like needed them to or whatever, like Noob Saibot would be the worst MK character ever.
And yet only Baraka and Reptile ever get called out for being
Yeah,
jobbers.
this is the problem. It's actually like, well, it's not just Reptile and Baraka, because we're dealing with the Striker versus Ermac situation.
Right.
Sometimes there are people who should not fucking lose. Even if you don't like power level arguments, some people just shouldn't lose to some people.
I say to all that Earthrealm.
I don't know if
I
I
mean,
feel that
on
way
the one
about
hand-
Kotal and Jin, but
Now kill me.
On the one hand, Ermac has the power of 5 of the strongest combatants easily in a fight. On the other hand, Striker has a gun. Guns
but
hurt.
Earthrealm just kicked my ass. They clearly are of no harm to us.
yeah, they have proven that they're not on Melina's side by beating me, the thing Melina wants to do.
Survival of the fittest.
They cannot be trusted.
Flora, can you not perceive? I am indebted to them.
You honor us, Kotal Khan. Our gratitude is wide like the ocean.
Okay.
I'll talk to General Blade. Tell her about our
See,
new
Kotal likes that shit.
arrangement.
Yeah.
You have to talk in stupid metaphors to get him on your
Thanks
side.
for the heads up, Sergeant. Go to Kotal Khan. We'll figure out next steps once I've got Kano locked down. Yes, ma'am. Cage out. He's still here.
Just imagining Kotal Khan talking like that one Star Trek episode. That fucking Darmok and Jalad shit.
Yeah.
One of the refugees. Found her near the north perimeter.
Combat. Its blows meaningful.
It's one of Kano's neckties.
Shako
I like
when
that
the walls
Kano-
fell.
Only May. Tell her we're investigating.
I like that Kano apparently has a necktie trademark.
Raiden,
She used quotation marks. This is apparently a thing he does constantly. Ear to ear.
Yeah,
He
has
just
an
couldn't
MO.
say ear
Well,
to
it's-
ear. Come on.
My understanding is that the slang for killing someone in necktie fashion is that you don't just slit their throat, you then pull their tongue out through the hole.
check
Yeah,
out
that's the Colombian necktie.
What's going on?
What's your update from Colonel Flagg?
He said, "Why are you bothering me?" And I said, "Because my
Now, would that
ex-wife
be
is a pain in
Rick Flag of the Suicide Squad?
You can't just
It
walk
did have
away.
2 Gs
I'm
on
in
it.
this too.
That'd be Flag of G.I. Joe fame?
Buddy, Secretary Blake.
There's a lot of guys named Flag
That one a reference to?
in military fiction, and it's
Disappear in your work.
Specifically military, like, comic action fiction.
yeah.
There's
it's-
always a flag, and his name always has 2 G's.
It feels a little bit like
Time.
A guy in the
Incredibly-
military with
incredibly
the name
clever.
Flag?
It's very clever.
Oh yes, it's so clever. It's so clever. I was gonna say low-hanging fruit, but no, it's very clever.
That word and no other.
You get serious.
Quan Chi needs to clean up his man cave.
It's cleaner than yours.
You're comparing me.
So I'm gonna point it out again, but young Johnny has gray eyebrows and like is
Yeah,
pretty
he
weathered
looks
looking. Like they
real
didn't.
grizzled.
I'm pretty sure they just used the same face for both ages and they didn't change it at all.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Like the hair is a different color, but the face is the same face texture.
Where's your sense of
Always bugged me.
adventure?
So this pool of blood here, we're about to see is how Quan Chi makes revenants.
You shall have it.
And then in the MKX comic, he did not use the pool of blood to turn anybody into revenants. Like, they had a whole completely different sequence for showing how, Sub-Zero as a cyborg became the Sub-Zero we see here.
Cage will serve me well. Once
And, that's always really bothered me, because people on the internet seem to default to thinking it happened like it does in the comic, instead of how it does in the fucking game, which is the primary source of canon. Like, the comics are not fucking accurate. Nobody pays attention to their tie-ins.
Don't know when to quit, do you?
They tried really hard, though. I'll give them that.
I don't know
They
how
gave
hard
you
they
the
tried.
shitty variation
Yeah,
again.
got
Oh,
this drone
trust
shit.
me. Like, I've... Bringing up Transformers for the millionth time here, but, like, I've read some tie-in comics that just plainly ignored the events of prior movies. Not just conflicting with current ones, prior ones.
I like that if
They-
you miss with the leg grab, she does a full cartwheel. Or a front flip.
Yeah.
They're better to be punished by.
Oh, he's got the leg takedown in this game. I
Oh, he
forgot
threw the
that.
baby.
Okay. Change the command for the fucking rings in every game. Back forward
The
Y
command
is
for the
not
fucking
what it was in
everything
9.
in every game.
That
You idiot.
worked! Wow!
That was nice.
I know you can juggle off this.
Do it.
Nope.
Wow.
Terrible.
Look, I'm not good at juggling. I never have been. I've said this
I
many
think-
times.
I think you had to run
Probably.
to actually connect off that.
Look, I've been playing a lot of games for these LPs where you don't have runs, so it's gonna take me a while to remember I can run, alright?
Learn how to juggle, Razor. Or juggle these nuts.
What if I just didn't?
Choice is yours.
What if I just don't, though?
You're not combating correctly.
I'm not gonna
Correctly
go
with a K.
online and play fucking Sweat Lords and Ranked. What do I need to be good at the game for?
I can do juggle combos. I don't play anyone online.
Quan Chi?
I used to be good at X,
Yeah,
but that was
that
almost
is-
10 years ago.
The inevitable still beckons.
I beat Temp once or twice back in the day.
Johnny!
Me too.
I know I beat you a couple times.
Yeah, probably.
Those X matches were fun.
Especially when you were using fucking Leatherface with his fucking unblockables.
Yeah, bitch. Just fucking punch me.
I would go back to playing this game.
The most telegraphed move ever. You complain
You
about it all
play
the
as a
time.
real Mortal Kombat character, you fucking
I
casual.
am. His name is Leatherface.
Okay,
Well,
alright.
that's a younger looking Johnny. The Revenant in progress.
It's because his eyebrows aren't colored in.
You won't be dead for long.
Should have done a full German suplex there. That was kind of weak.
Yeah.
Smoke's territory, baby. For some reason.
Should have done a fucking leg grab, really.
So what's coming out of the pool now is not Johnny Cage.
No, plainly not. That is too large to be Johnny Cage.
I've said it before. I'm pretty sure Quan is trying to make a Shao
Yeah, it's
Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
Yeah. It never finishes because he doesn't have his soul.
Like, it happens there, like, it shows up in... What was it, the DC ending, or what was it? Did it happen in an ending in this game or in DC, I'm forgetting, where, like, he had, like, a dead Shao Kahn running around from him, or was that
That's
9?
Oh, that was 9. That was
that 9?
9. Yeah.
So maybe, yeah, okay, so maybe they were taking this idea from 9. They wanted to make something of that, but they just, you know, didn't
do you got-
successfully make it part of the story.
What do you guys think of this stage?
I like this
I like
stage.
it. It's good.
The skull pillars back there remind me of the firewell from 4.
Yeah.
I like that, as part of trying to grow a Shao Kahn, Quan Chi has picked up this hobby of collecting Shao Kahn shit. Like, he's got the armor back there.
He's got the hammer.
He's got the hammer, yeah.
Gotta get him properly dressed when he comes out of the vat.
I'll get you out of here.
Speaking of properly dressed, that's the good armor, not what he actually wore in 9.
Unfortunately.
On the inside.
Yes, normally that is
Blood
where it
on the
goes.
inside in this... What series are you in, man?
Raiden,
I must reverse his spell.
Why do you know how to do that?
Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka. I can't fight this feeling.
You know, in this timeline...
inside
How does
me.
this... Just shooting it with lightning?
Well, he's also
How do
chanting.
you know that?
He's also chanting.
You cannot save him.
This, why he knows what magic words to chant. Like, this Raiden in the NRS timeline is not a god, he's a wizard.
God, Johnny Cage.
he's mine. Save him. I've got this son of a bitch.
This is such a great time for Sonya.
I don't know if she's earned it.
We've earned it, okay? What is
Mm.
about to happen is something that we wanted to happen for years and years, and it's funny, to quote Beetlejuice, every single time I see it.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a little much. Maybe if it was Scorpion doing it, it would feel more earned, but I don't feel like Sonya really has beef with Quan Chi the way a lot of characters do.
Not everything needs to be about personal vendetta. It's nice when it is, but sometimes you just need to be kicked in the dick and it doesn't matter who does it.
Why does Sonya have a dive kick in this game?
She's had a dive kick since 9.
Yep.
But there was a command. Now it's just down and kick like Kung Lao.
It was down and A in 9.
No,
right?
it was back down. Because it's the dive kick in 9 was just doing her this move, this fucking the not square way.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. No,
she did not have a dedicated dive kick in 9. She just had this in the air. Which is basically a dive kick.
What the fuck
part
does
of
that
her-
even mean?
It means the command is different. The button combination to do it is
The animation is a fucking dive kick.
Yes, it is. It is a dive kick, but she has a separate dive kick now that is just down and kick. Down 4.
This is a weird hair to split.
You're the one who was splitting it.
You're both such nerds. This needs to happen to you.
So if I don't do this, she just stands there. There's no fail state.
That's
it just
funny.
It just makes you press the button. It'll sit there and wait until you do it.
Whoa.
You're gonna kick him in the dick.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Why make it interactable if there's no other option?
To give you the feeling and the satisfaction.
I think actually if I stop pressing the buttons, she will stop kicking him in the head and go straight to the dick.
Well, too late now.
Yeah.
That little shake of his head. No.
I mean, he's wearing like a armor codpiece, so
Sonya kicks are stronger than armor codpieces, my friend. You get a life, and you get a life.
I
And you
never
get
really
trauma.
understand how that works.
Plot contrivance. That's how that works. Also, these are the characters Ed likes.
yeah, they are.
What?
Only Smoke were here and he was alive. But he is an Enra now.
Yeah, like
Others are restored to the living. By coupling Quan Chi's dark magics to my own, I was able to restore their souls.
How the fuck does that work?
yeah, what does that mean?
I think it's just
In order to restore your souls, you have to be evil for a little bit?
it's Trekno babble. It's meaningless. It's combato Trekno babble.
I guess I'm okay with it, because a Revenant is technically already alive, and all Raiden really did was purge the ashy out of their skin. Like, I'm no scientist or nothing. I would like to know what the actual differences are between the living and the undead. Like,
Not the word I'd use, but yes.
I guess they suggest in the next game, which has different writers, that like Sidel's heart is not beating as a revenant, and it restarts when they bring her back to full life.
Caught.
That was actually really creepy for a second there.
Oh, I wasn't looking.
Kenshi is telepathic. How did it take him this long to figure out which one is Kano?
Which one of them is thinking completely and utterly about murder at any given moment? And profit?
Which one of them is thinking in Australian?
This is General Blade. I need
Let's see. Thinking of home. She's thinking of home. He's worried about his future. Kangaroos!
I don't negotiate with scumbags.
Well then, if mother won't play nice, maybe daughter will.
If you
Ooh.
Back off, then all's well. Piss me off, and Cassie's gonna meet Uncle Kano.
I swear.
Dude, you're standing in the middle of a military base. There's like 400 people with guns.
Why does...
This is the start of him being kind of really sleazy and dirty and gross.
Oh, I think I've got a different variation.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I've got the grenades instead
yeah,
of the
told you it
drone.
happens.
I guess it's because we switched from the past to the present.
Yeah, that's like the good variation, too.
How do I reload my grenades?
It's a move, I forget. Go to the variation ones, it'll tell you.
Will it?
It should.
Somewhere. Somewhere in there. No, they just like reset after like you use them all and a bit of time passes.
Maybe,
Or
yeah.
limited per round.
I could have sworn that it might have been
No,
like
I think it's yeah. I call in the drone and then get them from the
Yeah,
drone. Okay,
that's
it.
it.
It was drone drop. The names are not helpful. She put descriptions in.
They usually do.
Well, yeah, in future games, like I think this was the first one that had the frame data and stuff in the.
I know a lot of them had like descriptions and shit.
Little by little, we built a competent fighter.
Because I remember that X was the first one to really like do the descriptions for moves and shit.
I mean, you keep saying that, but I don't think there are descriptions. I think there's just frame data.
No, I remember this.
Well, then show me where it is. Okay, see, there's... Okay, there it is. Reload Sonya's grenade.
Look at that!
All
Look at
right.
that! Look at
All
that,
right.
bitch!
You're a winner. Smokeman.
Because I remember...
But all I'm asking for, like, put in a paragraph that says Sonya throws a grenade for, like, in an...
I don't know.
arc forward.
I think frag grenade is pretty fucking self-evident.
I'm not done with you.
What do you think she's gonna put it in her fucking mouth?
I don't know what she's
gonna
gonna
throw
do
a
with it.
grenade.
I'm apparently gonna have to use the buttons to
Reptile.
find out.
Reptile would put a grenade in his mouth.
Reptile
Totally.
would put a grenade. Smoke will put a grenade in your mouth.
He does.
You kill me. Never fight.
I just remember because I think in 11 that they were a lot. They did that a lot less.
Sonya, we need that info. Sonya, don't make this another thing you'll regret.
Sonya, don't do that thing. Sonya.
I will point out that this is like in MK9, the Sonya and Kano rivalry. That arc never had anything resembling closure.
Mm-hmm.
So this moment we just had is basically it. And I would have actually been satisfied with that. It actually feels kind of redundant that we have to run it back again in 11.
Yeah, like, actually having her not kill him and take the better path is actually really nice.
Like,
I didn't think we would see the two of them together again in 11 at all, actually, before it came out.
Yeah,
I thought
but I
we
mean,
were done.
he's just in jail. Somebody's gonna break him out. I get it. Whatever. I just don't... We didn't need it.
Not alone. This one's coming with.
Stealth is of the essence.
Did you not hear me?
You may assist in the main strike.
Laura, we will grant their request, and I will finally be rid of Melina.
Man, I hope they don't ever recast Phil Lamar for Kotal.
This one understands your logic, but does not
They'll
finish
find
the
somebody cheaper. You watch.
No one's
Oh
ever
god,
gonna
he's
have
wearing the
10
bat
voice actors
outfit,
forever.
you!
Yes, he is.
This one is not
Eh.
pleased with Melina.
Remember people thought he was just completely green?
It's not easy being green.
Who will succeed?
Ask Reptile.
I invited as a Terran friend.
Listen and join us. I know things about Melina. Her troubled rule will fall in the telling and pave the way for Quatal.
Yeah, so Kotal Khan's actual name is Koatal. And Kotal Khan is like a shortening for the sake of having the title? Like it's easier to say or something?
That's what I would say, yeah.
But yeah, they completely dropped that in the next game because it was a Brian Chard idea.
Realm looms.
And Kittleson kept getting it wrong in the comic.
And I've told you I was
So they just decided for simplicity to call him Kotal all the time. Like,
Use practical solutions.
in 11, Shao Kahn calls him General Kotal.
Endanger the realm.
Which, by the way, violates the fact that in every game before 11, Outworld only has one general at a time.
You are not
Like, Kotal's not a general.
She is a construct formed in Shang
I like this scene.
I really love the respect Reptile gets here. It's nice.
Yeah, this is a good moment for Reptile. They actually do something important to a plot, and I've always really liked the fact that, like, Kotal and Reptile are like friends, like they're close, because it, you know, it's like the first person in the entire franchise to treat Reptile like a person.
With dignity.
Yeah.
With a bit of respect. In the comic and here.
Cover your face.
Yeah, that's another thing. This whole scene, like the Ermac joins Kotal at the beginning of Kotal's rebellion here. And then in the comic, Ermac's working for Melina. because there was no fucking communication between NRS and Kittleson while he was writing the comic.
Tie-in products.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's
That's not a good Baraka voice.
No, it's terrible.
Look, Tarkatans had an origin in Deception. It was very, very clear. Baraka's bio was right there. Tarkatans are the product of crossbreeding between Outworld humans and Netherrealm Oni. They did not have their own realm that Shao Kahn conquered. Their realm is Outworld. They were born there. Oh, that's right. It's a fucking air move.
Then why did Baraka say that?
Yeah, what? Because bad writers.
Oh!
So, I do have kind of a problem with Devora as a character beyond that she keeps getting kills on, like, guys who've been around for 30 years.
That being?
In cutscenes, every single fight, she handles by just making those arms come out of her back and stabbing people faster than they can, like, defend, because she's got 4 of them. So she's basically, like, broken. Like, she's too OP, is the phrase the kids on the internet would use. It's like she doesn't even need to fight people. Just bring out the arms and it's an instant win button.
And here we go.
Whoa.
So if you fail this, she just lets Baraka fall over unconscious, but none of the dialogue has changed, and her next lines are, "Baraka is dead."
I do like that this is actually like a fatality you
Yeah,
can
that's
do.
it's nice when the kills in story mode are the actual fatalities that are in the game. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, see, that line is still there even if you don't kill him.
Take her away.
Reptile, you've been so helpful, I'm going to paint myself green in your honor.
You know what I think it is? It's the fact that, like, he's got white paint instead. And it covers, like, half of his face.
Yeah.
Like, only the top half, and it looks fucking weird.
The thing that bothers me is the way he wears his hair.
Helmet. Yeah, he should have had a different helmet.
A helmet would have helped a lot. Like, I don't mind him not being green. The white doesn't bother me. The hair is what bothers me. A helmet would help a lot.
Yeah.
I think the pasty white chalk kind of looks bad.
I can live with it.
Kind of ironic for a guy whose whole thing is the sun.
More screen time for Rain, the only
You speak of treason.
guy who has,
Someone knows you desire the throne. Why serve Melina?
I advise her.
He's got an anchor on his mask.
Yeah, he has water.
As both sides diminish, you fill the void.
Exactly my plan.
Yeah, this guy has more screen time than the Revenants, and he's never playable.
We covered that last time.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah. Which sucks because I like this design and I like his voice.
Yeah, this is one of the better Rains.
The watery thing is a nice touch on his voice, but it just makes me think of Sea Spray from Transformers G1.
I'm okay
I don't
with
know
that.
what that
Means. But it's
Look,
fine, I guess.
Look, two different
It's,
franchises can have the same good idea. See, just keep stabbing with the arms. That's all you, like... She doesn't need to punch or kick.
The kind of things she does with her arms should be the kind of things Shiva does with hers. If she was faster, you know?
She has,
If
like,
they didn't make
some-
every Shokan play the exact same.
She had, like, a weird, like, larva mouth thing come out of her stomach in the concept art. There's a lot of, like, interesting shit with her that they didn't put in the game.
I don't understand how this one works.
Yeah, I don't like that move. That move sucks.
What am I shooting bees, honey, and then it's coming back up in a guy's? I don't. What does it do?
I think it's a bunch of bugs, but it's
yeah,
like
I think it's like Zerg slime from StarCraft.
I think that's your gold rule of Devora. What is it? It's a bunch of bugs. And we go back to Prototania.
I think it's got like a better like graphics in 11. That move, like it's more apparent that it's a bunch of bugs.
Yeah.
Because like I assume they're like crawling under the ground, and then that's how they appear up below.
I guess.
But
yeah, like making an anthill and then shooting back up or something.
Yeah. I feel like Devora's moves could be a little better.
She had some super overpowered like roundhouse. What was
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. I can get like 21% just doing the same kick 4 times.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Yeah, there we go.
This stage is kind of boring.
It's
not great, but it's got some of the better music, actually.
Yeah, it's
Or am I
fine
thinking of
musically.
the? Or am I
but,
thinking
like,
of the other one, the jungle?
This is the jungle.
Is there another jungle stage in this game?
There's not another jungle stage. You may be thinking of the Deadwoods?
No, I'm not. No. It is this. It is the stage. One of the variations in the stage is the round themes has Australian didgeridoo mixed with the guitar, and it sounds really good. It's like the only track from this game I actually enjoy.
Yeah, but as far as how the stage looks, it does suffer from the same problem as all the other stages, where like everything is brown or gray plus one color.
Wait.
And in this case, that color is green.
Wait, how come Cassie doesn't want her to kill them?
Because of morals.
That's a good question.
How all the kids know
Oh,
who the
that's
good guy
neat.
is and who's not.
No, it
That's
isn't.
fucking
That's
cool.
I feel like those are too small to move the tumblers of a lock.
Be nice.
Together. It's about teamwork. Be work.
Not straight far from the amulet.
You took my throne. Now you wish to steal my means.
No,
of
she didn't.
reclaiming
Kotal
it.
did.
Neither wasn't for you.
Who are you to say? I will take something of yours. Your life.
Whoa, good one.
Yeah, this is the song. Good stuff. Down, 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 down.
What are her other fucking moves? I forget.
Who needs them?
Right, of course.
Noob Saibot's moves are the following. 1. Ghost Ball. 2. Fuck you.
Honestly, that should be it.
Well, in Trilogy, that's all you need.
The only Noob Saibot that matters, baby. I feel like that thing isn't worth doing unless you're EXing it to pop them up and juggle them.
Yeah, that's true.
It just came out because I was mashing.
Good stuff.
I do like Devora's eyes, like that honeycomb kind of design that like she has like polyhedral shiny black eyes.
Yep.
You do not deserve death.
I like her design much better in this game than I do in 11.
Yeah, they like
The hood with the hood and the cloak, they were necessary.
Yeah, they definitely
Yeah, I
made her more
agree.
naked in 11.
Case in point.
Although I do like the beehive shoulders.
Yeah,
in
those
11.
were an alright addition.
Imagine if she had a beehive haircut. And it was a beehive. And here goes number 2. With a touch of
Why
Damn
isn't
it.
this a fatality?
Devora, why did you do it that way?
Really should have been imitating the Wham saxophone solo during that. Never gonna dance again.
Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Just maggots.
Well,
Everywhere.
I know I'll never eat again. With your leave, we're gonna head back to Earthrealm. Put the amulet back where it belongs.
Except fuck you.
Earthrealm cannot be trusted to
What
protect
what Osh-Tech power is this? The blue restraining energy.
I don't know.
concern me.
Cause he's indoors, so it's not coming from the sun.
And this is when Kotal stopped being a very interesting kind of new character.
Yeah.
He is just an asshole.
Yeah.
And I noticed he didn't cut his hand with his dagger, so it's not blood
This one
magic.
deceived them. The amulet is in Kotal-Khan's possession.
You can retrieve it,
He trusts no one else to transport it.
keeping you close to the outworld.
Oh gee, I wonder whose voice this is. We better keep him off screen for longer. Build up the mystery.
They never suspected one of their own.
It's Kratos!
This one lives to serve.
It's Tanya!
It's Necro from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Now bring it to
God, I miss that guy.
Yeah.
So,
Remember when Tanya was doing this in MK4? It's good stuff.
I do. What's interesting is that I at least had a vague sense of why Tanya wanted
What news from outworld?
why she would work for Shinnok. She wanted the throne for herself, right?
We make for my fortress.
Yep.
But neither this game nor the comic does a good job of explaining why Devora would side with Shinnok.
No, like, it does not at all. She is just there to take Tanya's original place.
I guess, you know, if you're a female character who wears yellow and black, you have to betray your realm to Shinnok.
It's true.
It's the rules.
It's destiny. Finally, I have Marcellus Wallace's soul.
Shut the fuck up.
No! Time for some good Jax shit.
What the
I wish this. I
This
wish
is-
this was a stage. That tractor should have been an interactable.
I wish this was a game, okay? Fuck a stage. I wish I could just play as Jax farming.
You want fucking
for hours.
Farmville with Jax?
Yes, I do.
Well, you know those crafting survival games are all the rage these days. Just
NRS, if you're
Valheim or
listening.
Pal World or
This is still the best skin for Jax in this game.
Lego Fortnite.
No, see, all of this is, like, no fucking around. I love all of this for Jax. This whole scene right here is, like, one of the reasons I would say that the NRS timeline Jax is equivalent to, at the very least, the original timeline Jax in my heart. Like, few people get this kind of in-depth character exploration in terms of the consequences of everything they've actually been through. If Jax's story had ended here and he wasn't in 11, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, I like it here. I just think that 11 went way too far into the sad sack stuff.
Oh no, 11 fucked it up. Like, because by the end of this, he's back on his feet again. He's dealt with his trauma.
Yeah, well,
11
the thing
just
is,
fucking drags him back down through the mud and makes him an alcoholic because his wife's dead.
Yeah,
It's depressing.
11 invents the fact that his wife dies for no reason off screen of like a disease or whatever, just to, you know, engineer more fucking drama.
We wouldn't reactivate your commission. You'd be an observer.
Because as the story of like a guy who's had it rough and is, you know, recovering, And then this is like the comeback tour, you know, this is the part where he gets back on his feet.
Yeah.
That's a good narrative. You don't need more. And then he got sad again, and worse the second time. You don't need that. That doesn't help anybody.
Exactly.
So where's Jackie in all this?
Outworld. With Cassie's team recovering the amulet.
She'll be fine. We expect to hear mission accomplished from them soon.
I think this scene's pretty good too. It's like the
So what you guys think?
first time the combat kids really like get to know each other and bond, which seems weird because they've apparently been training for like 6 months together or something before the game starts.
Maybe at least go out for drinks every now and then.
Me at least.
Tough being the general's daughter?
You have no idea.
I do. My great whatever grandfather took down Shang Tsung, saved Earthrealm. How often do you think that comes up at family gatherings?
That was 600 years ago.
And yet, you'd think it
It
happened
was
yesterday.
520?
Adventure.
Little
Dun,
little
dun,
bit
dun.
overshooting it.
But I still feel like a second-rate cage.
At least you grew up with people expecting things from you.
I thought you and your dad were best friends.
Now, he was a no-show for a long time.
I can relate.
Yeah, and the part where we start to get along is going to happen off screen. Don't worry about that.
No, I'm asking. Couldn't have been easy.
He was just a bit overprotective. When I joined SF, Mr. Cage insisted on being the one to tell my dad. He thought it'd go smoother.
Oh,
I'll
Johnny.
never forget that day. My dad came home with a broken jaw.
This is good slice of life shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right, I got this.
You've got what exactly?
Trust me.
I can just picture it right now. G-Man! Strongest man alive, Mr. Briggs! Jack's joined the SF. Well, gotta go, bye!
Away from the bars.
So I want to talk about these minion guys. Because they're clearly, like, members of the Oshtek race, right? They wear Kotal's armor, they have the body paint. In the comic, Sean Kittleson had the brilliant idea of having Kotal's dad and the quote-unquote last of his race all get killed by Goro and Rain in a battle. So that, like... I guess he was thinking, well, Kotal has Superman's powers, right? He's powered by the sun, so he should be the last of his home planet or whatever, too.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, it is. It's really stupid.
That's really fucking dumb.
It's stupid on its own, and it's double stupid because there are fucking Oshtek in the game. Nobody told him that there were going to be... Well, I guess you'd have to ask.
No! No one told him at all. No one told him anything.
No one ever...
He got, like, a very early version of the script, and that was it.
You know, a transition would be nice to like, show it's a flashback.
No, we don't do the everything gets wobbly into a dream sequence stuff. That's for cheesy.
You have the words
older
5 years
movies.
ago.
We don't do that now.
Also, props...
It could be a fade transition, you know. It doesn't need to be...
Props to that Oshtek soldier, by the way, for his mad bread-throwing skills. He didn't hit the bars once. Getting old, Hanzo.
So, I think we've done 3 chapters, so once it gets into the fighting, we'll cut it there, and we'll have more time to talk about this next time.
Yield.
But I want to point out, I think we're meant to believe that when Scorpion came back to life, at least in this game, he didn't get to keep his Spectre powers. Because when he's playable later, it's the Shirai Ryu variation, where he doesn't... where all of his, like, variation moves are sword-based, and he doesn't really do, like, fire stuff much, if at all. Like, he still has some, like, universal, like, win animations where he does teleports. So they didn't, like, do the greatest job of, you know, making it, like, diegetic or whatever. But it seems like he doesn't use any Spectre powers as a human Hanzo. Although the next game would totally ignore that. And the comic book would totally ignore that.
10 years. No visits.
I'm just talking about what I think Brian Chard was going for in this game. Exclusively.
Just died. Now you come back? Think you can jump right in as a proud dad?
I will say,
to hell with you.
if there's something that I like from MK12, it's that they started saying Takeda's name right.
It's still somewhat inconsistent. Some characters say Takeda.
Well, the announcer says Takeda.
Yeah.
I'll just say if there's one thing I like about Takeda right here, it's that he's dedicating a little bit of his time to doing what all of us should be doing. Calling Kenshi a fucking asshole.
Well,
because he is.
Yeah, he had his reasons. He didn't
Everyone
know
has
he
reasons
had
to
a
be
kid, and then
asshole.
once he knew he had a kid, he was trying to go after the Red Dragons so they wouldn't
Even
kill his
outside of the
kid.
Parenthood, he's a fucking asshole.
I don't know. I like Kenshi.
So do I.
I'm on
But he's
Kenshi's
also a
side.
fucking asshole.
You
He's
can't
our
say that.
fucking asshole.
I will say, so there's something weird about, at the beginning of this chapter, when it showed the title, you play as, did it say Takeda Takahashi, or did it say Takahashi Takeda?
I didn't notice.
I think it said Takeda Takahashi, and that was a patch. When the game first launched, whatever it is now, it was the other way around.
Oh, that's weird.
And here's the thing. I think if you're trying to be, like, authentic to Japanese, obviously, family name comes before personal name, so it should be Takahashi Takeda. I think that's what it was at launch, and it now says Takeda Takahashi.
So, probably people thought that it sounded bad or that they'd screwed up and they complained about it. And they gaslit themselves into thinking that they'd done it wrong when they hadn't.
There's also...
Kind of like Cabal's face brutality in 12. Like, the whole point of it was to, like, censor his face out because that's the joke, right? His face was so scary. Seeing it was supposed to kill you. That's why it was censored out. And then people were like, censorship! So I just made it into large Marge.
Honestly,
I remember that.
Yeah, it looked better censored because once
It
they
did.
removed the blur, you could tell that it was way too cartoony. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, like, I think one of the problems with trying to have, like, some characters have their names in the Asian order is that you can't do it with every character because then you have to change some of the characters. Like, in Japanese, Scorpion's name would be Hazashi Hanzo. Hanzo is a first name, like a personal name. Liu Kang and Kung Lao is a weird one because Kung Lao, you can say Kung is the family name, Kung Lao and Kung Jin, because we've never met any other members of the Kung family before they started, like, caring about this. But in MK1 in 1992, Liu Kang had the other members of his family's names listed in his bio, and it was his father is Li Kang, his mother is Lin Kang, and his brother is Chao Kang. So Kang is the family name. So if you started deciding, well, everybody should have their names in Asian order if they're from an Asian country, then you'd have to change his name to Kang Lu. And nobody wants that.
Iconic. A little bit too iconic. A few too many decades for that to ever happen.
Yeah.
However, I will say that in the case of Scorpion, there's a part of my brain that processes it as Hasashi Hanzo. I hear it one way, but I understand how it should have technically been.
So I think for me, what would feel most logical and comfortable as, like, an excuse is if you said, well, Liu Kang has spent some time in America. Like, he trained there with the White Lotus Society. We know that from, like, that's where he met Kai. It's part of the 95 movie. he has been to the West, and so he has gotten used to saying his name in the Western order. And that's why he goes by Liu Kang instead of Kang Lu, but Kung Lao doesn't. Because maybe they trained in different countries over the course of their lives, and or Kung Lao feels differently about the idea of westernizing than Liu Kang does. He's less comfortable with it, something like that. And you could make the same excuse for, like, the Lin Kuei and the Shirai Ryu are both assassins clans. They take international clients. They've, done business with people in the West. So maybe some of them are comfortable saying their name in the Western order. I think that would, be a way to smooth it over. So you could have some characters say their last name first, and some characters say their first name first, from our point of view as Westerners.
Yes. In a theoretical new MK game that I would play, I wouldn't mind if they just started calling him Hasashi Hanzo off the bat.
Yeah, I'd be totally fine with them calling him Hasashi Hanzo. It sounds nice. It works. I would not be okay with Kang Lu.
No, that can never happen. That is
and
wrong.
honestly, like, Kenshi and Takeda, you could say it both ways, and it works fine either. Takahashi Kenshi, Kenshi Takahashi. Neither one sounds uncomfortable to my ears.
You know what would sound really good? Cage. Johnny. Works any which way.
I don't know if that one is quite as universal as Kenshi's.
He would say his last name then his first name, just to put emphasis on himself.
Anyway, that's it for this episode. Join in next time as we continue the tale of Takahashi Takeda.
Maybe this time, Devore won't murder anyone.
Maybe.
No guarantees.
See you later, nerds.
Have a nice day.
Oh, well.